I'd like to discuss fallacies today.
Fallacy.
Fallacy.
Fallacy?
Fallacy.
Yes. I believe I can solve for one.
A solution?
To fallacies.
Certainly not all.
There's so many ways we weaken our points. Can't cure them all.
It's scary when you see a least.
It's a shame how many people fall for faulty logic.
True. So I think I have a solution for one.
Which?
Which, if adapted, should be able to be applied to the rest of the list in time.
All fallacies? Just to be clear, we're talking about all statements that underline logical validity. Eradicated?
Potentially. Yes.
In life or for chat?
Fair question.
For chat.
Well, great. If, there's a buck in it, I'll throw some green at it.
I suppose it would be really neat if it were backward compatible for life. Do we have a staff sociologist?
We should. We will.
Will that be an expensive position?
I'm happy to overpay.
Makes my job easier.
Great. Which one? I can't see which one you circled.
An informal fallacy.
Which one?
Argumentum ad baculum.
In English? We're not Latin American.
Threat of force fallacy.
Oh, believe what I say or I'll ruin you threat.
Exactly.
Oh, I really hate it when you two get going.
And the solution?
To disable caps lock.
Are you still coming down from last time?
I was pretty high.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, checked out. No longer in the driver's seat, just a hunk of meat floating through a small speck of space.
Do you think it's possible to be so smart you're stupid?
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Let's investigate. What's your angle?
Well, fights are 98% less likely to occur in the absence of yelling. So, by disabling caps from our text, people can't yell.
Who are the 2% that fight without yelling? Psychopaths?
I don't believe that logic tracks.
Well, I like it. Marketing will love it.
Well, we want more effective communication, right? So few points are made when yelling at someone.
Yeah, true, but do we want to put off all social primitives?
No. Like it or not, they're a large part of our user base. 98% according to some.
We don't want chat brawls. Let's foster better reasoning.
I want to foster interest. Right now, you're losing me. Maybe I'm just a social primitive.
Caps is harder to read, just like loud decibels are harsh on your ears. If you can't raise the decibels, meaning if you can't stoke the flame, then it's a lot harder to get the fire to burn.
So with the force fallacy, few arguments are won from volume.
Isn't this essentially like muzzling a dog, except we're asking the dog to put it on each time they use our service?
Well, my dogs hardly like their harnesses. They love their walks.
A caps conscription could have a workaround, I suppose.
Well, do you see a risk with our users, if they stay, that they would migrate to italics?
Then all our texts will look permanently sarcastic, pissing people off more, moving still further from the truth.
Or it's going to look like we're thinking things back and forth like telepathy.
Novel optics. You're not wrong.
Or maybe it is bad.
I guess that would put us ahead of intracranial chat protocol once they start putting chips in our brains.
Look, arguments aren't evil.
True. Fallacies are the evil that ruin arguments.
We've known this for years. When people agree, there's less to say. I like what you did, or I approve, or right on. Yeah, there's not much there. But call somebody out, embarrass them, tell them they're an idiot, point out their flaws. Conflict reigns supreme.
All big tech knows this.
So what do? They reduce agreement with a simple button, a thumbs up. So what used to seem like mostly disagreement is now only disagreement. Chat rooms become trench warfare. We need to lift people out of that.
Like the delusion that the world is a more dangerous place because the nightly news is inherently bad.
If you never hear news that's fine and all that you hear is that things are bad, then you start to believe that things are bad.
Fallacy score. What about a fallacy score? We already have our algorithm for emoji suggestion, which doubles as a feedback loop so texters know how they might be coming off. Here, if each text has a fallacy score,
With citations of which fallacies, suggestions to correct.
then we can make chatter texting fallacy-proof.
Fallacies are linguistic equations. Messages are short, code is logic. Over time, this should apply to all fallacies.
Unsound argument, but nevertheless, I think that is true.
Is your text sound or unsound? How sound your reason?
Aren't we starting to provide too much data? Autocorrect, autocomplete, spell check, grammar check, emoji suggestions, and now sound score?
We need a gimmick. They're using tomatoes.
And Pinocchios.
Yeah, but once I'm done, people will copy and paste their news into my program to get a score.
Let's tomato the news.
I don't know. This is too much noise. It's getting harder to hear. Most people don't live in a constant state of concert.
How do you reason? Raise your reasonability score?
See if marketing can sell that.
We get into trouble when we get lazy and we just try to make our listeners agree with us.
Instead, think of everything you could solve.
I'll consult the expensive sociologist.
Good. And marketing.
Don't you think that there's a reason why nobody's working on this?
I've not thought of it.
So why not us? Huh? Let's fallacy-proof the chat. If I don't get dollars,
Don't add commas.
I really want to be part of the 4 comma club.
At what cost?
I'll pay whatever. We can see if it's backwards compatible. Gunter, you're a genius.
All from disabling caps, huh?
Apples never fall far from trees. It's more about what you can infer.
Let's go grow a grove of our own.